Hey everyone, I'm Colleen with Awaken Catholic, and this is Awaken the Saint. It's easy to forget just how difficult the work of an evangelist is. We hear about saints converting hundreds of people and think, oh, that's neat, without appreciating the enormity of the task. Imagine trying to convert just one person, and now multiply that by hundreds or thousands. Now imagine doing it in a country where nobody likes your religion. That was a task undertaken by Saint Turibius. Turibius never planned that kind of life, though. Born in 1538 to a noble family, he received an education primarily in the humanities and the law. He was a generous, pious young man, yet he had little interest in becoming a priest, and instead became a professor teaching law at the University of Salamanca. During his years as a teacher, he caught the eye of King Philip II, who was impressed with Turibius' wisdom and strength of character. The king appointed Turibius as Grand Inquisitor in Granada, and he did so well in this new position that after 5 years, King Philip suggested he might become missionary archbishop in the colonies of Peru. Turibius was utterly mortified at this idea, and he made it known. He wrote several letters to the royal council saying that he was nowhere near qualified for the position, and reminded them that he was not even a priest, so making him a bishop would go against canon law. In doing this, he ironically made it apparent that he was the perfect man for the job. Appealing to canon law demonstrated the depth of his knowledge, and insisting he was unworthy for the position showed that he was a man of genuine humility. At 43 years old, he was consecrated a priest and bishop, and then immediately shipped off to Peru. Upon his arrival, Turibius found a daunting task before him. To say that the natives of Peru had been poorly treated by their Spanish conquerors would be a grave understatement. They were treated abominably, and the local clergy were among the worst offenders. Turibius began his work traveling hundreds of miles across the diocese, weeding out corruption and restoring order as he went. Repairing the damage done in Peru and spreading the word to its people was the task of a lifetime, and Turibius devoted himself fully to it. He established churches and hospitals across the country and learned the Indian dialects so that he could preach to the people in their own language. The fruit of the bishop's efforts became evident with time. He became a hero to Peru's people, converting a great many. He reported near the end of his life that he had baptized and confirmed over 500,000 people. His influence must have been inspiring, because among that number are several saints, including Saint Rose of Lima, Saint Juan Macias, and Saint Martin de Porres. Turibius died in 1606, falling ill while continuing to carry out his mission. He was canonized in 1726. It's not easy to evangelize, but Turibius shows us that the best way to get through to people isn't by just spouting Bible verses. Instead, we can lead by example. In being consistently kind and just and generous, we show everyone around us what it really means to live out our faith. It might take time, but if we make ourselves symbols of the kind of love that God has for us, how could people not be moved? Saint Turibius, pray for us.